Good morning, students. Today we will learn finding highest common factor and lowest common multiple of more than two numbers. There are different ways to find out the highest common factor. You must have tried finding out the highest common factor of two numbers by listing down the factors. Today we will use a little advanced method which helps us to find out highest common factor of more than two number in less time. So let's begin with the procedure of finding highest common factor. We will find out highest common factor, also known as HCF, of three numbers using prime factorization method. Now I will demonstrate a method and I expect you people to follow the same format while doing your working to overcome any error. First of all, we will make a table. Here we go. Now write down the numbers over here. Our numbers right now are 28, 36 and 56. Now, we will have a look at these three numbers and find out a common factor of the three numbers. But for choosing the common factor, we make sure that we start with the smallest common factor. If we have a look at these three numbers, 1 is the common factor of all three of them. But we will not choose 1 because 1 will not help us to find out our answer. And honestly speaking, if we choose 1, we will keep on doing the working for the whole day and we will unable to reach to our answer. So skip the digit 1 and begin with 2. Now here the divisibility rules will help you to find out whether the given numbers are multiples of number 2 or not. If you observe them carefully, we will find out that all these three numbers are even number. It means they are multiples of 2. Yes, so 2 is the common factor of three number. We will divide these numbers by 2 and reach to the simplest form. We will write 2 over here. And now we will divide the numbers. 28 divided by 2 gives us 14. Okay. Our next number is 36. 36 divided by 2 gives us 18. And the last one is 56. 56 divided by 2 will give us 28. Now here, if the numbers are big and you can't mentally divide them, kindly move to the working column and divide the numbers to find out the correct answer. Now let's move to the next step. Again, find out a common factor of three numbers and remember that you always have to begin with the smallest factor. So again, the three numbers are even, so we will divide them by 2. Now let's check. 14 divided by 2 will give us 7, whereas 18 divided by 2 is 9, and 28 divided by 2 will give us 14. Okay, so we now have 7, 9 and 14. Now check a common factor of these three numbers. Begin with digit 2 and reach the smallest number given over here to find out if they are divisible by any number. I would repeat that this divisibility test of digit 2 till 10 will help you to identify the common multiples. Okay, now these numbers are not divisible, they don't have any common factor. It means we have listed down the common factors of three number. So we are done with our working. Now we will go and check our common factors. We have only two factors over here, 2 and 2. It means we will multiply both of them to find out highest common factor of 28, 36 and 56. 2 multiplied by 2 or the product of 2 and 2 is 4. It means we are done with our work. Highest common factor of 28, 36 and 56 is equal to 2 into 2, which makes 4. I hope you have understood. While working with different numbers for finding out the highest common factor, you will come across different situations. In some examples, you might get a lot of factors over here, so it means you have to multiply all of them with each other. And while in the other, you might get only one factor over here, so you don't need to be worried about it. That is the highest common factor. I hope you have understood it. Now let's move towards lowest common multiple. So we will find out LCM of three numbers using prime factorization method. Again, we will follow the same procedure, but now the procedure is slightly different, or you can say it's a bit longer than this one. So first of all, we will again make a table to find out the lowest common multiple of any given three numbers. Let's say our example is find out LCM of 12, 9 and 18. So let's make a table again. Write the numbers on the top line. 12, 9, 18. We will follow the procedure just as we have done in finding out the highest common factor. Look at the three numbers and choose a common factor. Again, we will begin with the smallest number 2. Now have a look. As 9 is not even number, it means that these three numbers are not divisible by digit 2. So let's check the divisibility test of number 3. Yes, these three numbers are divisible by 3, so we will choose factor 3. 3 4 times is 12. 9 divided by 3 will give us 3. And the last number 18, 3 6 times is 18. Here we are. Again, we will check a common factor. Now here lies the difference. In highest common factor, we stop at the stage when there is no common factor of all the given numbers. Whereas for finding out the lowest common multiple, we will keep on dividing until and unless all these numbers reach to their simplest form, which is 1. So if the three numbers are not divisible by a common number, we will start checking by taking two numbers. Now, if we have a look over here, 4 and 6 are both even numbers, whereas 3 and 6 are also divisible by digit 3. But we will begin with the smallest factor first, which is digit 2. So let's take 4 and 6. As they both are divisible by digit 2, so we will write 2 as a factor over here. 4 divided by 2 will give us 2. 3 will move down as it is because it is not divisible by 2. So there won't be change in the digit 3. We will write 3 as it is. 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. Here we are. Now again follow the same procedure because we have to keep on dividing until and unless all these numbers reach to their simplest form. If we have a look over here, these two numbers 3 and 3 are divisible by digit 3. So we will take the factor 3. 2 will move down as it is not divisible by digit 3. 3 divided by 3 will give us 1. And the third digit is also 3. It will be 1 as well. These two digits have reached to their simplest form and now we are left with 2. So take the digit 2 because 2 is a multiple of 2 itself. 2 divided by 2 will give us 1 and the numbers after were already 1. Okay. So here we have ended with our division method. These are our factors 3, 2, 3 and 2. It means we will multiply all these factors to find out the lowest common multiple of 2, 9 and 18. Yes, we have 4 numbers, so we will multiply all 4 of them. So let's multiply 3 into 2 is 6. 6 into 3 is 18. And 18 into 2 is 36. So our lowest common multiple of 12, 9 and 18 is equal to 36. Once again, I would repeat, while working with different examples, you might come across big numbers. Kindly move to the working column, follow multiplication and division, and avoid errors. I hope you have understood the procedure of finding out highest common factor and lowest common factor. Please go for a regular practice so you become confident. Thank you so much.